Good morning, everyone. My name is George Kosch, and I'm the CEO of Worldprofit. Happy to be here on this, what is the date? The 17th of January, 2025. Fantastic start to the year. Sales are good. People are happy. We getting a lot of support tickets, which is always a good sign that people are actually using everything that we've that we built and created. A little bit about Worldprofit. For the new people that are here, and there's a lot of you, there's always a lot of new silvers and platinum members that are either here live or are watching this recorded on YouTube. We started back in 1994. I just got out of the military. I was a military pilot. I taught people how to fly jets, and it was awesome. I did it the easy way. I went through military college and got a degree in math and physics for free. Not in computers, though. We used computers, but they weren't very good back then. I got out after 10 years and started this business. We got very lucky with the timing, but we got very unlucky with the fact that there was no manual. There was no, how-to books. Nobody even knew what the internet was, especially the phone company and the newspapers, magazines. Nobody knew what internet was at all. And talk about one of the first conspiracy theories. We all know what those are. Let me tell you about the biggest one. It happened right at the beginning of when the internet was forming. And I mean, people were actually logging in with modems. The first browser came out called Mosaic. But let me tell you what the conspiracy theory was. People that belonged to AOL, remember America Online? They said there's no way this thing exists. They were adamant, they were angry, and they couldn't stand the fact that people were spreading this rumor that the internet existed. And this all occurred in these things called news groups. News groups were huge back then. And they were where everybody could kind of communicate because AOL gave people access to these news groups. And of course, people on the internet, who were few and far between, lived on news groups. I mean, that was the first thing. And that's where the battle started. And that's where I learned 30 plus years ago that people will make up a theory about anything. Even though they're wrong, it was an incredible thing to see how slowly it just got eaten away, that the theory was wrong. There was an internet, and it was beautiful. And that leads me into how we got started and how you should get started. We started in news groups. We had a website, deeply buried. It wasn't called worldprofit.com. It was called blah, 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 big long thing. And there was a mall in there. And all that mattered was that you had the link and people clicked on it and they went there. So we would go into news groups and publish, get this free article by one of our co-founders, Dr. Lint. And he sold them for $7 each, but they were free if you came to our website. And that's what started it. That was promotion, and it was free. Free, free, free. If you send anything to anyone and it's not free, you won't make a nickel. You will fail for the rest of the time that you're online. And I'll bet you anything, you will fail. Send one item, just one thing, and charge a nickel. You'll fail. You have to give something for free and get people to register for it. Then you've got it. That's when you send the email saying, hey, here's what I got. Or when they register, they come into a member area. And in that member area, they could see the popovers that you folks see, or links to things and member area stuff. And that's how you make money. And I can promise you, the one thing that I've seen over and over and over, the theme of my life online is people trying to sell things to people they don't know. that people that haven't registered for anything, just throwing it out there, hoping somebody buys it. And that goes for a lot of affiliate programs where you'd think, well, why wouldn't somebody have everything under one roof and send out registrations for free stuff and then send out the affiliate offers, or join this program, I'll give you this if you sign up under me. And that's where Worldprofit comes in, and that's where our program comes in. We're giving you a place where you can settle in, promote everything that you got now or in the future, including us, generate leads, create a list, and nurture that list with our help all the way to make money through commission sales. And that's why I say to people, get on lesson 3 and stay on it for at least 21 days. You will be able to promote because we're going to give you what to promote, how to promote, and where to promote. And importantly, we're going to give you the tools to speed the promotion up, to make it so that it's much easier to do things like our link magic and JitBit and things I'll talk about on the next slide. The saddest part for me is that rule that we've all been taught, since we started possibly trying to make money, is the best top solution is always the simplest. And the simplest solution is you sign up for a site, you grab the ad, you post the ad, and you repeat. And people in general, and I'm talking about the high 95 to 98%, don't like that. They just don't want to do it that way. They just got to send out their products and hope somebody buys something. And it always fails. That's why we have so many people coming into our site for free, posting away and getting nothing. And then they complain, oh, how come nobody's buying? Your traffic's no good. And then you say to them, well, you're the traffic. You came in as a result of our power. And our power is we got lots of stuff to give away. And we're hoping that somehow that ping pong ball that we're bouncing off your head every single time you log in, pop, 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 one of them sticks like Velcro, and they go, so I am failing at everything, and you guys keep telling me that the silver membership will work. That's the one that upgrades. That's what you folks did. Something stuck. Something got your attention, and you said, you know what? Maybe these people have something after 30 years. So stay on lesson 3. Do the videos that you see. Do the promotion. Follow the program. I had a gentleman. I'm not sure if he's here. Let me see the list here. No, he's not. Hopefully he watches this later. He said to me, what are the big ticket items that you got for me to sell? What do you got? I'm big. I want big. I don't want to sell, I'm bigger than this. I want to sell something big. And I said, well, our silver membership is a monthly program. It's also yearly. We also have the platinum, which is a monthly or yearly program. Those are our ticket items. But, and this is my favorite part, I checked his ad tracker. 0. I checked his sort of has he done anything? 0. So I sent him a nice note. I'm not mean anyway. I just said, hey, by the way, I answered his questions. And then I said nicely, I checked your ad tracker and noticed you have not started the training program yet. I wish I had the sound of crickets, because it was like being out in a big wheat field, listening to crickets going, where'd he go? It's like the guy was right here talking to me. And as soon as I mentioned work, he's like, phew, like, where'd he go? He's gone. Sorry, I just had the coveralls out. I promise you don't have to put them on today. I just wanted to know, are you going to do anything? The big ticket items won't sell unless you have somebody to sell to. So We'll see. We'll see. I sent him a follow-up this morning and I said, "Hey, I'm here. Let's go. Let's get you going. All you have to do is join sites, copy ads, post them, and repeat." There's safety also in how to get this done because you get 18 lifetime upgrades at our safe lists and exchanges through the multi-commission system, which is completely free and something that you do before you get your upgrades. You can even upgrade yourself in the system now. So you can go in there and you can learn how to post, how to copy ads, how to post them, how to repeat. So there's no excuse to say, well, it's kind of complicated. Okay, here's a video. Video number 2, go through it. Our support, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, completely simple to get support. All you have to do is ask, just fill out a ticket and we'll help you. Okay, are there any questions about this? I know most of you in here, I think you've all been doing this for a long time. So we haven't got anybody that's come in here. Sometimes people get scared too, right? They're like, oh, I don't want to ask a question because it might be embarrassing. It's not embarrassing to ask a question in here. Believe me, I'm acting as your sponsor, right? So just ask away. Make sure you get a Gmail account for your business email. Hotmail and everything's fine, but not for us. You don't want to use it because you're going to be doing business online. So you want to get a Gmail account. Okay. I think we all have one. Not too many people that don't have Gmail. Proof? Well, you're the result of the traffic and the promotion and the success of your sponsor, right? So it worked. The very first video that you see when you log in, under this start button here, which you can see right here, it says start here. That first video is going to take you through some very important getting set up stuff. It's going to teach you how to, well, let's see what it teaches you. It teaches you to set up your commission payout preference, how to set up your profile area, and a couple of tips on how to find your way around. Tells you about how to fill out a support ticket, a bit about the membership and what you get. We'll be talking about a few items today. Your advertising campaigns, which I'm going to talk to you about. So we don't need to go through that. The big thing though is the everyday autoresponder that sort of comes with your package, right? So as soon as you bring in an associate, we send your associate a welcome package. It's an email that we pay to send to them. I know, believe it or not, Bill Gates was right. He said, one day you're going to have to pay to email. We pay. And we send that to every single associate. And all it is it just says, welcome. Here's a link to a video to get you started. Here's your login link and all that good stuff. Some of the tools that we talk about quite a bit in these sessions are the Jitbit auto text, RoboForm, and Postbox for email management. As far as email management goes, you can use whatever you want. If you're happy with just Gmail and your browser, that's fine. Whatever works for you. But you've got to have password organizing. RoboForm is tops. I've been using it since I think the week it came out. And Jitbit Auto Text is just, what it does is it takes keystrokes and assigns URLs, paragraphs, titles, subjects, that kind of a thing. And it's like a multi-clipboard. So it's awesome. These are all under the cool tools area on the top menu. All right, today I just wanted to talk to you about our new product. They're called Magic Popovers, 10-pack. But Thomasina says, I get many associates, but how do I get them to buy? You don't get them to buy. You don't need to, Thomasina. All you have to do is let us do that. Here's a good story about that. And Thomasina, just like I said, we send a newsletter every single day to them to get them to buy something. So you don't need to. When I first started in this business, one of our co-founders, well, Dr. Lance, sent me a list of about 10 to 15 people a day. We were partners. So he would fax me. Back then you had to fax. And it would have usually 10 to 15 leads. And so Thomasino, listen to this carefully. So I called them. I phoned them. And they didn't want to buy. So Dr. Lance said, well, I'd like a report. I mean, these are valuable. So my report to him was a bunch of just excuses they gave me and crap, the usual. No, I'm thinking about it, the usual. So I reported that to him and he said, I never ever, for any reason, want to hear about the people that aren't buying. I want to report on the people that are buying. How many bought today? And I went, none. He said, then your report is none. Just one line, none. I didn't, no, nobody. Give me more. In other words, he said, I want to teach you a very valuable word. It's called next. I will give you more leads. And if they don't cover, I'll give you more and more and more. And that's the idea, Thomasina, is you focus 100% on bringing in more. How many have you brought in today? And not free ones, not bonus ones, not one like monitors will say, well, I got 10. No. How many did you bring in today through your promotion? And if you brought in 5 and they didn't buy, bring in another 5. And then another and another forever. It never ends. I don't drink Coke anymore. I haven't had any Coca-Cola. I drink my own soda mix. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola, well, I don't know, 20 years ago. So what does Coca-Cola care? Zip. They don't care at all because they're on to the next one. In marketing, the word next is very powerful. So I want you to say this. Next. That guy didn't buy, gone. That guy, no. Shove them aside. Throw them out. They're garbage. The next one is the one that will buy. You were next. Why did you upgrade? Because you were next. You slid in and bought. And that's how you have to think. You have to think, okay, do you want to buy? No? Good. That's why when I was on monitor duty yesterday, I took over on monitor duty, and I had a guy come in. And do you know what the first thing I said to him was? What's your budget? How much money you got? That's the first question you ask, right? What's your budget? What are you here to spend? What do you got? I'm not wasting time on somebody that doesn't have any, oh, I'm broke. My head fell off the other day, my dog ate my leg, and oh, I fell down in the river and I floated to shore. All the usual rubbish. How much money do you have? Which is a good thing for monitors to know. The first thing that you want to do, aside from establishing communication with a person, is what's your budget? What are we here for today? And then move on. So that's what we do, Thomasina. You don't need to worry about your associates. Just keep bringing them in. Okay, magic popovers. These things work on websites and pop up, just like you've all seen. You go to a website and this thing goes whoop, right in your face. So I decided after many years to develop something that is very powerful and focused on just pop-ups. And we've got them here. I'm going to take you in, I'm going to give you a little tour of them just to talk to you about what they can do. I have a video. You can see them in action right here by clicking on this little video. But what they're designed to do is to allow you some control over a website that, like a landing page, a WordPress site, something that you've created in Website Plus, or that you have another company and they said, yeah, you can add some code like Leadsly. Okay, you can add some code. And that's what this is. You add a bit of code and it turns into a popover. I call them popovers because they kind of pop over. And you can control when they show up and that sort of a thing. So this type of pop-up, and I'll demo them to you. And again, if I miss anything, just come here. You can find them under website management. Just scroll down and you'll see magic popovers right here. Or they're on the left menu under website management. You can animate them, you know, the usual. They can fade in, they can bounce in, they can do that sort of thing. You can actually embed YouTube videos into, you know, if you have a certain page and you want to demo something with YouTube, it's easy to add a YouTube video. You can place them wherever you want, easy to customize. You can modify colors and the size of the popover. You can integrate them by use of an iframe, meaning you put a URL in and that URL shows up in the little box, which you can change the size of. Or you could just put HTML in, like you could say, hi, here's the order link, or here's the information. You can get a lot of help in HTML now with ChatGPT, which I can show you. And again, these things are in the video, but I'll go through them. And of course, great for targeting, right? You get 10 of them and you can put them wherever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them. I'm going to pretend I just purchased. And as soon as you've purchased, you'll come back to the site and you'll see your popovers. And they're not pre-set up or anything. They're just here to, well, to get started with. So, you know, for example, you want to add a title, test title. It's $47 per year. They're going to go up to $67. Same with the chatbots. We're probably going to price those in February at $67 instead of $47. So you put in a test title, and let's just put in hi there, just to have something in, and we'll update that real quick. And we don't want to be in iframe mode. We want to be in HTML mode. The only ones that you have to actually save where it says update popover are for anything that you put in either here, here, or here. And I should have that so they auto update soon. We can control the pop-up delay, the width and height, the position, and the color of the box, and the animation type. You can blur them, fade them, and things like that. And to put them on a website, this is all that you have to paste, and you can paste it anywhere on the page. Doesn't matter, as long as it's code, right? You don't want to just have it in HTML. You just put that in as code. But here's a way to just see what it looks like. So you can see that, you know, there's popover, and you see how it says hi there? So what you can do is, I'm just going to keep this window open. You can switch to, say, iframe mode and put in a URL in here, such as, we'll just do this one since it's so easy. Or let's put in a, let's go grab out of here and one of the ad examples. Okay, so say that we wanted this to be the popover, something really cool. I like the 25 places. So let's just take this and we're going to copy it, copy that URL, and paste that one in. Okay, so we'll just update that. And if we go back here now, you can see that it changes. So I just refresh the page and you can see how that comes up. So this can appear on any web page that lets you put code on it. So, you know, you have a full web page. Now you might say, well, this is a bit big, you know, like covers the whole page, but people can just shut it off by doing this, close. Okay, and then if you refresh the page, it comes back up again. And you could do different types of settings. And I'll put this on a real site in a minute. It's just easier to do it this way. You can do all kinds of things like delay it for, say, 5 seconds. And you can change the width and the height if you want. You can make it a little thinner. Say that instead of 1200, we wanted it to be, I don't know, let's say 1000 instead. And you'll notice it updates automatically. So on these ones here, you don't have to save the page, it auto saves. So then we could go with a different color so it'll save that. So if we go back and let's see what we get. And this is why I designed it this way, so that you could just kind of refresh this and see what you get. So there's our 5 seconds. And we wait patiently, and there's a red title up here. It says test title. So you see that doesn't work very good. It's black. So you can put whatever you want up there. And I might even do a footer at some point too, right? Because I like to improve these things, make them better. Okay, so you can change the title to a different color too if you want. So say that you wanted the color, what goes with red better could be like a yellow color, like this sort of thing. And then when you look at it and you refresh it, you can see how it just changes. Oh, I forgot I got the 5-second delay on it. So right there, so it's changed to yellow. It just looks a little better. So let's try this on a real website, instead of having it over here. Let's go to a landing page. So the first thing I want to do is click the copy button, because this will copy this to my clipboard, which I want. And then let's go to the landing page builder and see what we can do with it. So we'll go into landing page builder. And let's just grab something simple. Let's go down here and grab like a really easy one. Here, this one looks okay. I think that'll work. And then we'll put that in there. We'll update it. And then let's just take a look at what it looks like. I forgot about the delay. I'll take the 5-second delay off. Let's take that delay off right away. I hate that thing. I'm not a delay guy. I'd rather have it 0. Oh, you know what? I should have it set as 0, but that'll do. So you can see right here, right away, you've got your pop-up showing up on a page. Okay. So how do you get the newer landing pages? You go under Add Examples on your top menu, Add Examples. Okay, so there you go. There's your image. Now, say that you wanted to put a YouTube video in here. Okay, so instead of that, we're going to go with YouTube. So I'll go to YouTube, and I'm just going to grab one of my videos, and I'll show you how neat this is, because I built it to do this. Let's say, for example, well, here you go, Power of Magic Pop-ups. So let's go here, and I won't start the video, and you say share, and you grab the embed code, and you copy it. Okay, so you go to the video on YouTube, and every YouTube video has a share button. So you click on that, and then you can grab that. And watch this. So we just go back here to the pop-up area, and we're in iframe mode, which is good. And we just paste that in, and then we update. So let's see what it looks like now. And watch, it'll be too big, so we can adjust, right? Do you see how the video is nicely up there? But look at the size of the box. Like that's pretty big, isn't it? So you can look at and sneak a peek at the code here and see it's 560 by 315. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and change it to 560. Maybe a little bigger. We'll go 570 by, I think we said 315, so we'll go 320. Now let's go to that page and see what it looks like when we bring it up. Better, right? Better. So this is an example of how you can have a YouTube video and you can change the position of it too, right? Oh, I keep going to the wrong tab. Let's go with, instead of bottom right, let's just do center of the page, right? So here we go. And let's change a few things. Like, do you see how this is just slightly, just a little bit big there? We can work on that too. We can, tighten it up a little bit with the container width and set it actually to the 560. Okay, and let's just flip it in, maybe try something like that. So there you go. So it just popped up a little different. I'll make it so that this can be moved if you want, I guess, and just some different fittings for it. Okay, so there's all kinds of possibilities with these things. Fade in, come in from the right, that sort of a thing. So the next thing with this would be to get creative and say, okay, well, I'd like to go back to HTML mode, and let's put a like some kind of a form in there. Now you could get form code from most sites, right? Like the sites will say, here, if you want to sign people up, here's some code. Does that make sense? And then you can, do some stuff with it. For example, say pretend that World Profit was that other company, and I would direct you to under the training. We wanted to go to website management. We go home, and then you scroll all the way down, and you see where it says form code. See how there's this form code. So what I do is I'm going to take this form code where it says form to form, and this is in my video, and copy it. This is where it's really cool to use the AI assistant. And I just happen to have my own assistant up here right now in preparation. Hi there. I have some form code that I would like to enhance with some really nice CSS and colors. I plan to put it into my HTML editor. So can you do your magic? Here is the base code for the form. So now I'm just going to paste it in, and let's see what it can do. Let's see what it can do. Some styling, some stuff for my form. So you can get form code from probably any website that you join. And then you can use the popovers to have it build you what it's building me right now as a sign-up form. Isn't that nice? Eh? So I'm going to take this when it's done, and I'm going to let it, create the form, styled form. You see that already? It's just looking great. It's gone into canvas mode for me. And it's going to do this, and I don't have to do any coding. So for those of you also, when you get a login ads and all of this stuff, you can always take any of our ad examples in plain text and say to it, can you HTML this and use some nice colors and stuff? And then use that as the login ad. You no longer need to worry about, oh, I don't have any HTML. I just don't like HTML. I don't know how to do it. Let it do it. That's what it's there for. And you don't need to know how to use coding at all. You need to know English. English. Because didn't I just type that up here? Right? I said, here's the code. Create me a form. Do something nice. So what? So I take this and I go back to here and I say, I get rid of that and I say source. The source is where you put your code in, you put it in, and then you go boop. And let's just update it and let's go see what it looks like. So you see how the sign up form's a little too big? No problem. I'm just going to go a little longer and a little thinner, right? So what we can do is we could even go to GPT and say, what size did you make it? We could change the form sizing if we wanted. We can tell it, oh, it's a little too long and it's a little thin, and can you make it wider? And can you make it a little whatever? Instead of doing that though, I know how to do this. So it's 400 pixels wide, and it looks like its height is whatever its height is. So who cares? We could just modify all that, can't we? Watch. So it says that the width is, say, 400, and the height looked like it needed to be bigger, right? So let's set that to, I don't know, 420, and then go back, see what it does. Whoop. Oh, so now you can say to it, I want you to make a nicer, I want where it says sign up form, I like some information here, I want a copyright at the bottom, and it'll do it. And it will work. And people can sign up right now. And you'll want to give them the benefits. You'll want to say, how about this? So we go to the ad example. So we go to ad examples here, and we take this one, just for the sake of argument. I just take this. And we go back to GPT and say, the form is perfect, but I found some great copy that I would like to have you integrate. Like to have you integrate into this code. Here it is. Use your imagination. So just throw it at it. Just poof, do it. Do it. I'm running out of time. So I'm going to do this, and then that'll be it for that. And then we're going to talk about chatbots. Have you tested these, or what is your expectation? Would free be good here? Yeah, of course, Joe. Oh, Joe, no. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that, Joe. Joe, I'm wiping my mind right now, and I'm going to say this. What I said at the very beginning is, if you send one single thing out that's not free, you will fail. Won't work. So yes, free. Everything is free. Everything. Free. I don't have anything. Nothing costs money until they register. Then we drop it on them and say, by the way, we have advancements, right? We have silver, and we have this, and we have that, right? So look at this thing. Look at it go. It's just a marvelous system. Use this. And imagine this, because this is what this thing can do. And if it doesn't work, tell it that. Say, well, I'd like you to modify this, and let's change this and let's change that. Look at it putting in the form. It is now building something that nobody's ever seen. So let's see. So we'll go up here, and we're going to copy it, right? And then we're going to go into our popovers, and let's get rid of this one, right? So we're going to just get rid of it. We don't need it anymore. We're going to paste this one in, and we're going to update. And then we're probably going to need a bigger popover, right? Like 400 ain't going to do it. So let's just try some crazy number like 880 and make it much longer, 650. And let's instead of center of the page, we'll go bottom center. And I don't want any blur or anything like that. Let's just go here, and then let's go look, see what we've created. Wow, that's cool. Look at that. There's a link to sign up. So there you go. This is just one thing. That's it. Click, go. Ready to sign someone up. You can even have the sign up form in there if you want. You can just say, well, I'd like you to include the sign up form. Have fun. Hopefully you folks purchase this popover system, because it's fantastic. I've only shown you a bit. And then because people have asked me questions about the AI chatbots, let's move on to that. Chatbots are the same. They're very powerful. They allow you to train the chatbot. And remember, I've got a beautiful video here. You really need to watch this video to understand. These were created by hand based on all of the stuff I've seen, and the pricing models are outrageous. It's disgusting. Some companies are charging $200 a month for something that doesn't even do this. Like, it's just ridiculous. The cheapest chatbot I found was $99.95 per month. Why? Because we had them. I was paying that. And I said, I'm not paying it anymore. I'm done. Forget it. So here's a chatbot, and you can see it comes up just like the popover, but of course it's a chatbot, and it's specially trained based on the information right here. that you've put in. So you can ask it a question and say, what is the silver? Boy, my fingers don't work today. So what? Oh, I don't know why I did that. Oh, sorry. I clicked the get started button. Send. So it's going to answer my question based on my training. So this could be for World Profit. It could be for Hercules. It could be for anything for that matter. And there it comes. So you see that kind of a thing. So it'll help you with sales. I should hope. You can change colors. You can show it when it loads, or you can have it so it's like that little dot, so that if people come in. I'll also make many of these things update automatically after you type them in. Just some enhancements I want to add. So you can see the chatbot now doesn't just pop up. People have to click on it here to have it come up. All right. Are there any questions? How do we change the background to a color? I'm not quite sure. Do you mean on the pop-ups? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, on pages? I don't know what you're asking. What pages are you talking about? Probably better to just put in a support ticket. I don't know what pages. Yes, but what page do you mean? Like something that we've created in any? Ask GPT. Just ask GPT. So you see, when I've put in that the popover, just ask GPT to change the color of the background. Just say, I would like to have a gray wrapper, or just say a gray background. There, it'll code it for you. It's going to take people time to get used to these assistants, right? And it's going to take time to get used to taking the popovers, which I created for the specific purpose so that you could use them with AI, to have AI design you something that nobody's ever seen. And I know this is quick. I don't have any time left here, but you can actually go to a site that has a popover, take a screen clip of it, and upload it to ChatGPT and say, I want you to create this for me. Okay, that's possible too. You could do a screen capture and say, I want you to copy this. So you save it on your computer and you roll it up and it'll do it. Okay. Exactly. So ask GPT to do that. Build something that way. We're looking at people to upgrade, of course, to Platinum VIP membership, prepay, save 60%, get all kinds of bonuses and specials. Okay. That's right. We're going to be gone. I won't be here next week, next Friday, just so you know. If you're interested in upgrading and want a quote or anything, by all means, just fill out a support ticket and our president will get to you with a quote. Okay, if you're interested in any of the chatbots or anything, you can get to them through AI, advanced chatbots, which will bring this up. And the other one, website management, magic popovers. Thank you very much for coming out. This was fantastic. Oh, look at, I didn't even, look at, we got to change this. I can't stand it. Look at what I did. I didn't even include the sign up form. We want the height. Want the height way bigger, don't we? We want the height to be like, well, 700. It should be more than that. I got to fix that. I would rather have this inside of this. So I would probably redo that so that it's a little better, because you don't want to have a giant pop-up. I would put this up inside of this. Yeah. So if I was in this, I would do that. Anyways, folks, I don't have time. I got to run. Thank you very much for coming out. And if you have any questions or anything, just fill out a support ticket. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, thanks.